School, Tara Brady. Happy Catholic Schools Week.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for being with
Happy
us.
anniversary.
How exciting.
Nice to have you here on our anniversary.
Yeah. I was thinking how nice it would be to go back 24 years and be that age again. Could I go back? But also, how exciting. Who was your first guest?
Our first guest, I'm glad you asked, it was Arnie Schneider. And if that name doesn't sound familiar, think about Arnie's Restaurant. It was located where Veritas is now.
Okay.
Arnie started this restaurant, remodeled what had been Otello's, and created a beautiful restaurant
Yeah.
in downtown. And then it became Daryl's, and then 151, and Veritas. And our show was 2 hours back then, and we only had 3 guests for all 2 hours. No commercials, no breaks. And guest number 2 was Bob Michaels from R.J. Michaels.
Oh, I remember Bob.
Yeah. And Tony Fruin, also from R.J. Michaels. And we looked back at the Super Bowl commercials. So we talked about Arnie's new restaurant and the Super Bowl, our first show. So
That's a lot of time to talk.
it was.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm glad we don't
I
have
have
to
to be
listen.
on here that long. We weren't the first guest.
Yes. Well, we don't have 3 hours today. But we've got a lot going on. What is Catholic Schools Week? Why do we have it? And how do each of your schools celebrate it?
Yeah. Well, it's a national thing, so it's a great opportunity to draw attention to our schools, share with people all the great things that we do, as well as we take advantage of this time for the next year's enrollment as well, and invite people to come in and see what we're all about. So it's a combination of celebrating who we are, our families, our kids, our staff, how blessed we are, but also hopefully inviting more people to join us.
And you all did something together this week.
Yeah.
I think Tuesday, right?
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah, Lou and Christy. Wow,
It was
big mass.
3rd grade all the way up through 12th grade attended. So we don't take the real littles, but yeah, it was very nice.
Yeah.
All the Catholic pastors
Yep, they joined.
participating in that too?
Yep.
Nice. Well, congratulations on a great start, because typically Catholic Schools Week, we have at least 1, sometimes 2 snow days.
We took care of
Last
that last week. Yes.
Cold
Yes,
days.
last
We had
week.
cold days.
Yeah, it's a tradition.
Yes. But the week's not over yet.
Yes,
either,
that's
so.
right.
I think the forecast looks good.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Yes.
40s.
We got to get to the 100th day. We keep
I
pushing
know.
that celebration
That's true, too.
back.
It's true, too.
All right,
So-
besides taking the kids to Mass, what's been going on at Queens?
Oh gosh, today's Student Appreciation Day. They all had pizza. We rent inflatables. They're out of uniform, which they love. That's almost the best part. So yeah, these kiddos, that we just saw, they got on the air too to talk about our virtue. But I also said, what's your favorite part about Student Appreciation Day? And Joey said, out of uniform. And, Josie was like, the inflatable. So they all said their favorite part. But yes, so that was today. This is a picture. We do a Christmas crazy dress up day. So these are some of our first graders in their Christmas fun outfits. 5th graders doing an experiment up in our science lab. I can't remember exactly what it was about. We'd have to ask Mrs. Crowley about that. But we
Looks
love
like
the
they're
hands-on.
making mozzarella cheese from scratch.
I doubt that. This is from our first reconciliation retreat with our parents and our kiddos on a Sunday afternoon, and they're making their candles that
Is that Thomas or Michael Devine?
that I think was Thomas.
Thomas.
Yeah,
I can't tell them apart.
yeah, that's Thomas because that's Henry down there. So, yep. Yeah, this
Oh,
is from our lock-in. I threw this in because I thought people need to know that we still play Twister and
Yes.
some of those old-fashioned games. They're still popular with kids. So.
Seems like the Twister mat is pretty small. Are there different versions of it?
I think we're just bigger now than when we were kids.
It seemed like when I was a kid, it
Yeah.
was huge.
This is a picture from Mass with our 6th graders with their 1st grade friends and helping them, go through the Mass and the words and the songs. So, yeah. And these are kindergarteners, and they celebrated Our Lady of Guadalupe, and they made their am I saying that right?
Nobody's
gonna
gonna
look
know.
it up. No, I was gonna look it up. Oh, I'm in trouble. But anyway, the same as like Juan Diego's. So yes, that was a fun religion activity.
Beautiful. Love to see
That's really cute.
smiling faces of school kids. Well, let's go to St. Mary's, our downtown
right.
neighbor. And Nancy, what's happening at St. Mary's?
Oh, well, if we're going to go through the pictures, that was our little guy won Principal of the Day. So he wanted to meet with the priest and talk about more recess time and more gym time, more art time. So he did a great job actually. And I realized how helpful it was when I could send him to run errands and take messages. So that was a fun day. He won, I can't remember why he won that. I think most sales for something. We're out in front of Consumers that day. They did some Christmas caroling. So that was a lot of fun. Not a lot of people stopped. It was kind of a spontaneous thing. We were supposed to have extended lunch, but we had a funeral lunch. So I had all these kids and I had to do something with them. So we took advantage of being downtown and we walked over to Consumers and sang we did our Christmas concert all over again. So that was really fun. Some great singers. I don't sing. These are our second graders. That's our new uniform for Mass now for the boys. The girls have always worn the white shirts with the skirts or, their jumpers. And then the boys now are wearing white shirts with the green plaid tie. So they love wearing them. We just started with a few kids as samples and then everybody wanted it. So they're wearing it and they love wearing them. So it's fun.
They look sharp.
They do look
Yeah.
sharp. And the behavior is very, I'm impressed. They're little gentlemen when they put on that tie.
It makes sense.
It does. It changes them. I'm like, oh, let's wear them every day. So but they're fun. This is All Saints Day. Our sixth graders present their little saint, their kindergarten buddy, and their saint, and do a report. So yes.
Everybody got to pick their favorite saint.
Yes, they get to pick their favorite saint.
Saint Adidas.
Yes. No, the soccer player. Who was that? Is that Marcos?
Carlos.
Carlos.
Yeah.
Carlos Acutis. Yes.
Carlos.
I know
the
that
new,
was
the
one
new
we
saint.
should know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, that's
The
one
kid
we should
saint.
know. So.
He was 16. He was 15
Yeah.
years old.
Yes.
Died
Yeah.
of leukemia. Yeah.
Yeah. So, our strings continue. We'll have a spring concert. So that's one of the kids' favorite things to do. They look forward to fourth grade just to play strings. So, Father Tim this year suggested that he present the report cards to the students.
Oh.
So there he is, meeting with one of our third grade students, going over the report card. And they were nervous, but it was really good. He offered, it's Father Tim. Of course, he's offering words of encouragement and very kind and sweet. So I said, well, get used to it. He's going to do it every quarter. And one of our sixth grade boys goes, oh no, now I really have to improve. And I was like, yes, you do. So.
All right. Well, now let's check in at St. John.
All right. So this is our Grandparents' Day that we had back in October. So all of the students invite their grandparents. They come to Mass with us, and then they came to the gym, and grandparents brought their favorite game, and they were able to play whatever they wanted to with their whole entire family. So this was always a much loved day at St. John's School. We love our grandparents at our school. This is our preschool. This is our 4-year-old preschool all day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday class. They were drawing lions. They read about lions. They learned about lions. So this is just like a typical activity in our preschool program in Mrs. Kruger's class. Then this is 2 of our 6th graders and a 2nd grader. They are prayer partners or reading buddies. So every Friday they match up with their prayer partners. So they're assigned at the beginning of the year, an older and a younger student, and they love it. They look forward to it. So every Friday it's something different. Either they're learning prayers, playing games, doing an activity, going outside and just playing. They help, with the book fair, they help each other. So whenever they need a little bit of help too, we always call on them. So they look forward to it every Friday.
Crazy. Class of 2031. Wow.
Right? This was something we did actually this week. So on Tuesday, we did a donation for the Women's Center. We donated pajamas. So if you brought in pajama or money for us to go buy some pajamas, then on Friday they get to wear pajamas. So that was one of our service projects that we did this week. So here's a couple of our first graders showing one of our many of bins that we're going to donate to the center. So
Did you wear pajamas that Friday?
well, it's going to be Friday.
Oh.
So we did it Tuesday, so it'll be Friday. So we'll see.
We'll see.
So yes, I told the kids I would because I brought my pajamas to donate, so I will. Yes. This is another one of our favorites by all of the parents. So Mr. Brogan does a Bring Your Parent to PE every year. So this is our a second grade class. So the parents come in and then they play a gym game. So they played castle ball this year. So of course it was the parents versus the kids. So
Of course.
they love it, and the parents win, and the kids don't get too excited, but it's a lot of fun. This is our 5th grade class, Mrs. James and Father Chaz. So every month, a different grade level leads the Mass. So they do the readings, they do the greeting, they take up the gifts, they just take part in all of the parts of the Mass. And so this is a picture outside of the Mass after it. This was actually a preschool from last year. Just, some of the free time fun that they have, just some building, but now in kindergarten. So
Nice job with the blocks.
I think these are, yep.
Beautiful kids.
Yes.
Yeah. Obviously, a lot going on at all 3 of your schools, and I know you want to invite people to come see them.
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Absolutely.
You've got an open house.
We do. So we call it an information night
Okay.
for our new families. So that will be February 4th at 6 o'clock. We invite anybody interested in 4-year-old preschool or young 5s to come. And then anybody interested in our kindergarten to come at 6:30, and they'll hear the teachers talk about what a day is like in both of those classrooms, and get to look around and see things like that.
Nancy, what's your open house?
Our open house will be this Friday, following the school mass, and this year we're going to do, you can see, so we're going to have school mass at 9, led by our 4th graders, and then we're going to do a Eucharistic procession from the church over to the school. Father Tim's going to bless each classroom. We'll end in the prayer room for adoration, and he has a special blessing for all the students, and then we'll follow up with tours and questions and any information, and some possibly donuts from a local bakery. So.
Well, if you said Hinckley's, I'm coming.
Well, that's my intention, yes.
And Tara, what's your open house schedule?
We haven't set our open house date, but we're going to do something similar to St. Mary's, that it would be during the day following Mass for parents to come in and to see our school. But as for right now, you can call anytime and schedule a tour to come in, go through the classroom, see what it looks like. So anytime you could just give us a call.
Awesome. Well, continued good luck and success with your schools and Catholic Schools Week. Thanks for taking time to come in and be with us today.
Thanks for
Always a
inviting us.
pleasure.
Yeah, another 24 years for you, Bart.
Thank
right?
you. Thanks, Liz.
Yes.
Okay.
Liz Hartley, Nancy O'Neill, and Tara Brady, our Catholic Schools principals. We are celebrating 24 years today